Network marketing, multi-level marketing, direct sales. How'd you get into it? It's constantly what I've been asked. And I'll be honest, I ran away from it for years. I didn't know it. I remember the first time I was prospected, which was around 1999, 2000, somewhere in there. I ran screaming, almost literally out of the living room or whatever. I didn't understand it. It just seemed silly to me. And then over time, much later time, I was invited to take a look at things. I was constantly, maybe bombarded is probably too harsh of a term, but it was definitely somebody that had me on a list somewhere, I don't know. And I would get phone calls pretty regularly. Hey, are you open to side income opportunities? And I always was. And then as soon as they would say MLM, I'd be like, no, I don't want to hear it. So anyway, why I chose, going down the MLM path and direct sales is once I actually understood it. So that was in 1999 I was first introduced. Constantly harassed, for lack of a better term. Constantly felt like somebody was prospecting me. I actually went to a meeting in 2007, it was. And I was like, well, that was interesting, but that's not for me. But I actually had a conversation with one of the people in there who had actually been in that company for close to 10 years. And the conversation, I was like, I was like, well, that's interesting. Nobody ever put that to me that way. It was another year went by and I was invited to another event and didn't know what it was about, and it actually wound up being a network marketing meeting. And this time I got in there, I saw the product, I saw what was going on, and I was interested. I was like, okay, I understand a little bit more, but I want to try the product. I don't want to jump in feet first yet, or head first. I jumped in, just dipped my toes in, and I actually really enjoyed the product, got to learn about the company, got to meet some of the leaders in the company, and I went all in. And I built a team pretty quickly. I had about 23 people on that team. Went from August to about November, and unfortunately has end dates because I had no idea what I was doing. But what it started me on was a path of learning about the network marketing industry and being a professional, and also learning more about direct sales. And it took me a little bit of time to understand it. And once I finally did, I fell in love with it. I think it's one of the best vehicles that you have to build a side income, or a pretty big income if that's what you're going for, in this country. It's one of these things where there's support. People are like, well, I never got support from my upline. I'm like, well, how did you actually interact with them? How did you seek that out? For me, it's been great. I've had bad experiences with certain pieces of it, okay? But what I realized through training and working with other people, that was on me, not on everybody else. And then once I really had that shift of this is how you do it, this is how you act professional, this is what this business is all about, phenomenal products, phenomenal people, and pulling people up and actually giving them the opportunity to make something else out of their lives, either a side income or a full-time income, and teaching me how to actually work it. That's the key word, is work. Too many people get into it and they disguise it as this is the greatest opportunity, you don't have to do anything. That's not the case. You need to work at it. You need to be professional. You need to do certain things. And for me, once I got into that community and got into everything that was there, I really fell in love with it, to the point that if you look through my house right now, pretty much everything there is from a direct sales company. And I'm proud of that, because I'm supporting these people that have higher quality products than you'll find, but also other things that are out there, supporting small business, supporting home-based business, people that want to stay home with their kids, people that want to maybe pay for an education or just a vacation with their family every year because they're working so hard they don't have any extra money, but their direct sales business gives them enough money to take their kids to Disney every year. How cool is that? Just having an extra vacation, or making an extra car payment, or saving for college, or anything like that. When you started looking at what these businesses can be, they can be big, but they can also really change somebody's life. And that's really what got into me. And that's why I utilize that as a stream of income. And I've been online promoting my companies. I should say company, I'm only with one, but working with them over time to build that. And once I learned that, there's nothing that I would ever knock the network marketing industry as a whole. There are bad opportunities out there, and there's bad people out there, so always do your due diligence. But at the same time, yeah, it's a great industry, and that's why I'm in it.